welcome to the Big Three DFS inaugural basketball show 2015-2016. And the man who's responsible for making us wear blazers this evening, Adam Wagner, is in the building.
Let the rhythm control. Shit. It's NBA, baby.
Did you just throw the Limerita?
I did. Limerita all night long. Yep.
Oh, man. Well, that's of course original.
I'm rocking a little 80s here. Leisure suit. I got it at a dime store. It cost me a dime, actually, not a dime bag.
Oh, shit.
Got a nice little 80s baby blue T-shirt on. Rocking some penny loafers here. God, we're not laid for about a decade.
Going to town. Now, Chris Sweet also in the building. Fredericksburg, Maryland. What's up, guy?
Frederick, Maryland.
Just Frederick, buddy. Just Frederick, yeah.
Take that Berg off of there.
You know how I get. You know how I get when I wear a blazer. I just start adding Bergs in the mix.
Well, hey, I saw X-Pac in Frederick 2 weeks ago wrestling, and he said, "Hey, Fredericton, how's it feel?" And I think that's in Canada somewhere, so don't feel too bad.
So, are your connectivity issues all figured out? You good?
Hey, man, we're going to go with it. And I was trying to do what you said I was trying to do, there right before I clicked back on.
True that.
Pull it out.
Now, interesting hat choice. Glad you brought it out for the NBA preview show that we got going on here this evening.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm loving it. You know what? Speaking of the Washington Wizards, I'm sorry. We're going to go back in 80s style. Speaking of the Washington Bullets. Bullets. Bernard King down here, baby. Speaking of Bernard Bullet, or the Washington
Bullets.
Tom Gugliotta. Googs. In
Come on, Howard.
Oh my God. And George Mush.
He's tall
My
as fuck.
giant.
He's tall as fuck.
Anyways, man. Yeah. Speaking of the Wizards, I've just been butthurt ever since Paul Pierce hit that jumper at the last second to win the game, and they didn't give us that. So I don't know. Paul Pierce no longer with us. Just wanted to give a shout out.
Question: would you rather be in Los Angeles or Washington?
Are you serious?
Angeles.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I gotta say L.A., man. I gotta be in L.A.
Well, that's true. I mean, especially in Washington, you're a huge terrorist target over there. So, I mean, Sweet, you better get the hell out of there, bro.
Hey, man, well, I live right next to Fort Detrick where we do tests on monkeys for, like, Ebola and shit, so I'm pretty much screwed. So.
Yeah, you're going down with the flames, bro.
Yeah.
What's that book that was out that was good? Boiling
Point,
yeah.
Boiling Point, yeah.
Rest in Virginia. I used to live right around there. We did that.
Yeah, it's close.
All right, nobody wants to talk about monkey viruses. Let's
No,
talk
it's
about
NBA time, baby.
NBA basketball. We are back, baby. It's time to dribble some balls with them brothers. I love it. I can't wait. I'm so glad we're back.
Oh, dribbling balls. Wow.
Yeah.
Love dribbling balls.
My favorite.
What we got going on tonight? What we gonna highlight?
Well, Al Horford looks like a punk ass bitch out there on the court. I thought he would dominate Andre Drummond, who in his own right, kind of a punk ass bitch, because remember he was trying to hook up with that chick from what was that Venus Mars Nickelodeon show? And then
Veronica Mars. Mars.
And then she basically turned him out on Instagram and was like, "Yo, look at this punk ass dude right here." So he's a punk, and Al Horford.
You don't ask somebody out on Instagram, Drummond.
Well, you know what happened? It actually worked for him. He asked her out on Instagram, and then she said, "Okay, I'll do it." And then she found out how much of a punk he was, and then
Drum the dum-dum.
Although I'm taking a look right now. Now, I just purchased the NBA League Pass. I recommend it highly. NBA, you should give me a wealthy bounty for this, just for this amazing plug that I'm about to give. But while the game's not going on, they show you stats on top of stats on top of stats, and then some more stats. So,
we're just stat happy.
As an NBA admirer, I can't ask for anything more.
I like it. Yeah, DirecTV's got something going on now. I mean, now that the NBA's launching off and it's opening night, DirecTV's doing something too, to where they're giving the package away for free. The NBA League Pass for about a week. I'm gonna gonna take full advantage of that for about a week or so, be cheap and thrifty, and then have to saddle up and pay, I guess.
Well, not necessarily. Remember, I purchased.
We can work around it. We can work around it.
I purchased the package for the team. You know, like we all have our sports. Like I got basketball season, you got baseball season. You know, we work around this thing. You know,
and if football.
I'll get us cricket.
You can now watch football without you. So I mean, whatever. What'd you say, Chris?
I can't wait till cricket season rolls.
I'll get us the cricket ticket.
I can't wait for that, man. Yeah, we might as well go to South Africa just to see some good matches, eh? Or maybe India.
I don't know if they say down there, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe India.
Imagine it was called the cricket ticket. That'd be pretty dope.
That'd be pretty nice.
Hey, Wags, I know you had some questions you had to ask us about the upcoming NBA season, so let's kick off with that.
With some NBA?
Yeah, man. That's why we're here.
I mean, you know, it's the hot topic around. It's the hot topic. So we got to ask your all's favorites. Who's in the finals, gents? Who's in the finals?
Al, you want to take this first? You're the NBA guru around here.
Absolutely. I will go with the Cleveland Cavaliers in the East. I think, you know, if you pick anybody else, you need to be heavily medicated, mofo. You know, I don't see anybody getting past this team. They have enough talent on the roster to get by throughout the rest of the season. There's only one team that I see being a threat to the Cavaliers this season, and Mr. Sweet is rocking it on his hat.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. That has nothing to do with you wearing them on the hat. Like, I love the Wizards this year. I think that's going to be the Eastern Conference Finals. It's going to be the Cavs against the Wizards. I expect a lot of huge things from the Wizards this year. But if I'm going to go out of the West, it's the Rockets' turn. It's the Rockets' turn.
Ooh, okay.
James Harden a little pissed off that he didn't get himself the MVP trophy last year. Tons of talent on that team, too. Ty Lawson on the squad now. They really didn't lose too much.
Let's talk about some key additions to the Rockets.
Well, yeah, right there. You know, Ty Lawson. I think that's all that we need to discuss for that team because you had Ty Lawson. Well, let's talk about their starting rotation or their starting lineup. Ty Lawson, James Harden. Probably going to go with Josh Smith. We got Dwight Howard. You want to put Montejunas in the mix. I know he was injured late last year, but he'll be back in there. Montejunas. I mean, if you don't love that last name, you're just not a basketball fan.
Monty's my man.
But, yeah, I mean, Corey Brewer's even in on the rotation.
Yeah, I like
Jason
Brewer.
Terry.
Brewer's always a really sneaky pick, man. He's good.
Tons of guys there for the Rockets. You know, and here's the deal. They're going to blow people out early, and then they're just going to bring in the second unit and put the wood down for show. And then, hey, listen, it's the Rockets' world. We're just living in it this year.
We just pay rent, baby.
Oh.
We just pay rent. Sweet, what do you like for the finals?
Well, you know, I'm gonna go with a little bit.
Are we all saying that the East is a two-team race?
I'm gonna say it's a one-team race.
It's a one.
I think it's a one-team race.
Yeah, one-team race, but with Washington gonna give a little bit of a tease. So
unless Brooklyn makes some big moves.
I got another team I like in the East, but I don't. Unfortunately, it's not the Washington Wizards. I think that they'll kind of do what they've been doing. They'll get to the round 2, maybe round 3, but.
If you say that other country, I'm gonna flip out, bro.
Oh man, you think come on? I went to a live playoff game with them last year. They ain't making the cut.
Good.
They'll you know, in December they'll be getting a lot of hype, and then when the playoffs come around, they'll be losing to somebody at home again. But yeah, I said it. The 6. What are you gonna do about it? You know, Drake's little bitch ass came to Verizon Center and he left a loser, just like the rest of y'all did. You know, I read this article about how all these Raptors fans were going to be at the game. I saw one old dude in a Vince Carter jersey. That was it. That was the Raptors fan I saw. He did have a pretty hot dime with him, but still, you know, don't worry about that. So all right, so
I like Carroll going over to Toronto. That's a good addition. They're
going to win their division.
They don't stay healthy enough. You know, they're old. They're banged up. I got listen.
Around the perimeter. So
is Boston the team that you were talking about, though?
No, I mean, no. The other team I like in the East is the Miami Heat because they might have the best starting 5 in the NBA. It's nasty. You got Dragic, you got Hot Sauce Whiteside, you got Bosch coming back. You got Wade playing 40 or 50 games. I tried to stay on the straight face, and you got Lowell Dang. I mean, that's a pretty good starting five. I think in the long run that they probably won't have the firepower to get with the Cavs because, when LeBron's dedicated and determined he's going to get there, as long as he gets some healthy, some health out of Irving and Love and the rest of those guys. But in the West, I'm gonna say it's do or die. It's now or never. It's Oklahoma Thunder time. Oklahoma City Thunder time. Kind of their whole franchise is relying is like it's up to this year. I mean, you see this right here? That might be where KD's playing in a couple of years if they don't make the finals or win it all this year.
That's what everybody back home is hoping for.
Oh, KD TDC, that's all I see on Twitter, that's all I hear on the radio. I don't even know if that'd be as great a thing as it sounds, but but come home, KD. Come get your Redskins jersey on and chill at home.
For Kevin Durant come back to Maryland, where he was once at Montrose Christian Academy.
Yeah.
But then what are you gonna do?
Better, baby.
But then what are you gonna do with Otto Porter? I mean, God, you gotta think about that, man. Right. You could trade him for all the picks in the world.
I heard a trade scenario earlier. DeMarcus Cousins for Bradley Beal. I'll sign his contract out right now. I love Beal, but
I like Beal.
DeMarcus Cousins. We get DC and DC. I'm down with that.
If you could put some reins on DeMarcus Cousins, because he's just a wild horse running loose in the pasture.
But he's got his boy waiting for him. He's got his teammate.
If you could put some reins on that guy, man, my God, he's very talented. I mean, especially when he plays the Sixers.
John Wall's his boy.
Especially when he plays the Sixers, he's very talented. But other than that,
I'd like to see him.
College teammates.
Without him though, that'd be nice.
I think DeMarcus Cousins last year, when he played the Philadelphia 76ers in fantasy, he had a combined 150 points in 2 games.
Jesus
God.
I believe that's an exact statistic.
Well, we're going to get to him later when we get to...
Go ahead.
So we'll get to DeMarcus Cousins later when we start breaking down these games. Because I know who's in my lineup this week, tomorrow night.
Right on.
True. All right, so...
My pick... I got to go with my picks now.
All right.
It's going to be no-brainers. It's the obvious picks. It's Cleveland, the Cleveland Cavaliers. But I think we're all going to be different here. Al and I are going to stay in the same state of Texas, but
I know where you're going. The Dallas Mavericks.
I thought he might go that way.
It's the San Antonio show. Popovich over Aldridge, man. How can this team not be the favorite in the West? I just don't get it, man. LaMarcus Aldridge, first off, Portland is going to realize how much they miss this guy in the first week.
Oh, they're going to be bad.
Lillard, I think Lillard's sick. He's nasty, but...
I'm glad you brought him up because we're going to be talking about him a little later.
You know how...
We sure are.
Definitely the benefactor of the play of LaMarcus Aldridge. I mean, everyone on that team was, and it's going to be a huge letdown for Portland. And I just think... Holy shit! I mean, they have veterans taking pay cuts to win another championship. Popovich has laid the foundation years back, and it's still growing, man. This dude, all he does is win. I hate to admit it because here in Austin, all you see is Spurs this, Spurs that when basketball comes, and I actually like watching Thunder because of Durant.
How you gonna hate the Spurs? How you gonna hate the Spurs?
I ain't hating on the Spurs. I just find them boring sometimes. That's all.
Listen, boring gonna win.
Boring wins, that's for sure. But yeah, they're my pick. I think I don't even think LeBron gets it this year. I think the Spurs take down Cleveland in 6 games actually.
It's LeBron's year, man. I mean, come on. Why you gotta hesitate? Why you gotta hesitate on the man?
Okay, MVP. It brings us to MVP, guys. Who's your MVP of the regular season this year?
I'm going to go completely chalk off the board, and this goes what I say with, what I said about Sweet and how I love the Wizards, but John Wall. I think this is an MVP type. I love John Wall this year. I love the Wizards in general this year, but John Wall could absolutely be the MVP this year. Just an amazing season before he got injured. You also have to look, too, and Colin Cowherd kind of pissed me off, and I agree with basically everything the man says. But the other day, they were doing. It was actually today. They were doing a 3-word type. I don't know, a 3-word type placement for all NBA teams this year, and the 3-word that they put up for Washington was needs more enforcement, and I think that is so far beyond the truth. You know, he's got Brad Beal. Porter stepped up in an amazing way last year. Gortat's turning to his own. You got Nene there as well. Yeah, you need some help off the bench.
Contract year.
Yeah,
Contract year, exactly.
Contract year, but you need some help off the bench, and, you know, they'll get it. Let's talk about trade deadline.
Anderson?
We can get there. That could happen. But I really like Wall this year as the MVP.
All right, Sweet. Who's your MVP?
Man, you took me by surprise, Al. I mean, that's a great pick there, but I'm the one that's going chalk. I'm taking the Brow. I think the Brow is his turn, man.
Oh, my God.
Anthony Davis is just straight nasty, man. And, you know, he basically kept them in that series by himself last year with the Warriors. Yeah, I mean, no disrespect to any of the other big stars in the league, but I think it's the Brow's time.
Like, when I saw Davis come into the league his first year, he was just a stick. And now this guy has shoulders bigger than me, obviously. Look at these shoulder pads. Anyway, no, I mean, this dude, you're right, he's a beast, dude. He's a great power forward. The dude's got he's got tremendous range for a power forward as well.
He's learning how to shoot the 3. That's bad for the rest of the league.
That's deadly. That's nasty. That's nasty. Great pick for MVP. Wall and we got Davis. I'm going to have to go with our boy KD. I think Durant reclaims it, brother. I think, you know, he's healthy. I think he's hungry. He has to come back and prove that he is the MVP. It's not just a fluke year. The guy's always a candidate for the leading scorer, but I'd like to see him step up the rest of his game. I think he brings the Oklahoma Thunder back. It makes them competitive against the Spurs, but it's still the Spurs conference. But Durant, MVP of the league.
How about none of us picking the Warriors, man? No disrespect to them. I think the Warriors are still going to be really good.
They're good, but I mean, I heard something, you know, over the past couple of days. They had a very fortuitous season last year. None of them had any injuries. You know what I mean? They all stayed healthy. So I don't see them all staying healthy for the duration of the season again.
They had one hell of a run last year, and you're absolutely right. You know, something bad always has to happen. You know, we got to see some adversity somewhere along the lines. They really had nothing, you know, coming their way. They were the darlings of the league from the start to the year to the finish. Yeah, it's tough because, you know what, you got a lot of these vets out here that are trying to get theirs in terms of rings and titles and whatnot. And, you know, Finesse won it last year, but I don't think it's going to be the same this year.
No, I don't think so. I don't see it happening.
All right, let's talk about present day. Let's talk about present day.
What?
That is why we're here, right?
That is why we're here.
Don't threaten me with a good time, right, Wags? Don't threaten me with a good time.
Don't threaten me with a good time, brother. I'm sitting here getting discouraged with the lighting going on here in the office. I'm not a big fan of my lighting tonight. Should have put more polish on and makeup. I don't know.
I'm not a big fan of Al Horford tonight. He's being a punk ass bitch, man. Like, he really needs to step this shit up. Nah, he'd be all right.
Where are we going on the slate, gents? Where are we going on the slate?
Let us start in the Sunshine State. We got to go to Florida. We got the Washington Wizards 4-point favorites at the Orlando Magic 205.5. I got to get these over-unders now set because, you know, since we're used to football over-unders, a lot higher here in basketball. But the over-under here, 205.5. Let me start it here with my MVP pick. John Wall going up against Elfrid Payton. This is the head-to-head matchup that we need to watch. I think that Payton can also have some relevance here in the daily game. But John Wall, he can take full advantage of it. Elfrid Payton, him and the whole Magic team, they were in the bottom third of the league last year defending the point guard position in terms of fantasy. John Wall, I told you, I like him to have the biggest year of any NBA player this year. So why not start it out on opening night with a 50-point thumping on Elfrid Payton's buckwheat hair?
I see it too because Payton's also hurt, if I'm correct, or he's been nursing an injury. Correct?
Hammy, got a little bit of a hammy injury.
He pulled a hammy, Jim Carrey. He pulled a hammy, cable guy.
Hammy.
Got the hammy.
Yeah, I see. That's a great pick. John Wall is going to go off. He's got tremendous support on that cast now with Bradley Beal. You mentioned it earlier. Porter's just tearing it up. Here we go again. Washington made some trades to get this guy. He's got to pay it out, man. So let's see how it rolls. I don't think Gordon can check him, so we'll see it.
Hell no. Sweet.
Yeah, John Wall, he's 9,000 on DraftKings. That's a great play. My favorite play from this game, however, is the man we did just talk about, Otto Porter, at 4,600 on DraftKings. Typically on DraftKings, small forward, or in any daily fantasy sports, small forward can be the worst position on a lot of nights. So if you can spend low and get maximum production, I mean, I think that Otto is going to have a real good stat-filling season. I think he's going to get all the little stats, you know what I mean? He might not drop 30 points ever, but he's going to fill that up.
He'll pick up some steals here and there. He'll definitely get some rebounds, blocks. He's going to get those points that come from all over the place, not just one.
He started really hustling, like getting those hustle plays at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So.
You know, to tell you the truth, I mean, when we talk about going against Orlando last year, the only position that really wasn't, bottom third of the league was the shooting guard position. So, yeah, Beal has a tough matchup. Oladipo, I know he's only a couple years in on the league, but he came into this league being a defender first type person. But I guess, being in Orlando, he has shown some offensive prowess. Basically, if you want to take anybody from the from the Washington starting lineup, I have no problem with that whatsoever. Vucevic there in Orlando, yes, he's great on the offense, but god damn, is he awful on the defense.
Yeah.
Gortat could get real busy tonight or tomorrow night. I like that play with Gortat a lot, but absolutely Wall going against the Hobley Payton. I think that could be the top play of the night, actually.
On a big slate, I don't necessarily stress this, but Chris Humphries has been getting a lot of hype that he may actually play more than Nene, and he's only 3,900 on DraftKings. And when he did play last year, he did some stuff.
Some stuff too, right?
That Washington power forward, but last year it was either Humphries, or it was Nene, or whoever. It was
one of them would go off. One of them would get 30 points, the other one would get 5. I think I was the benefactor of not the benefactor. I think I was the one that was down and out drinking in the gutter when Nene only put up 5 points one night for me, man. Great.
Now, I guess if we have to look at the other side of the ball, for Orlando, typically they're a pretty good play on fantasy. Peyton with the hamstring issue, I'm not willing to take that risk. I mean, 7,400 on FanDuel, not the worst price in the world. But Tobias Harris, that's probably where I would take a chance. 6,800. Otto Porter, yeah, decent defender, but he's not a perennial name in this league in terms of shutting anybody down. Tobias Harris gets busy on a nightly basis. Yeah, he's a little banged up, but if you need to take somebody from the Orlando side of things, Tobias Harris, he's your guy.
Harris is your man?
He's your guy.
All right.
And he looks like J. Cole, so, if you're into that kind of thing.
There's another plus. Add it up.
For as bad as Orlando is, they actually have pretty good daily fantasy options most of the time. I feel like Oladipo, Tobias, some nights Vucevic can just blow it up.
Oh my God,
Peyton. They could be a surprise. Yeah. I'm not saying they're going to make. They're going to.
They might be fun to watch, but they might be a fun to watch team.
If they get some better bench players, they could definitely become a nice team here in the landscape. But their starting 5 is legit. It's just. Other than that, their team is unbelievably solid. All right. Looking at the rest of the slate, we got to get here. Philadelphia, Boston. I got one play here. Boston's an 11-point favorite, over under 198. The guy that I like, Marcus Smart. All reports coming out of him this year. He's going to have a monster year. Everybody in Boston thinks this guy's going to break out in a big way. I can't help but think so myself. Isaiah Thomas, he's the backup point guard, which I don't understand. I would like to see more of a Isaiah Thomas, Marcus Smart kind of 1-2 combination, but I don't know. I mean, I guess that's why I don't coach NBA basketball teams. I do like Marcus Smart, though, for this suppressed price here of, I believe it's 5,700. There it is on FanDuel. I like this price a lot, especially since we're going against the Sixers in this one. Nice little Wall Smart combo to start your night off right at the point guard position.
How do you think David Lee does? With an addition to Boston.
Not good. Not well. Not well.
You don't think that plays out? I mean, I'm not saying it for a fantasy. I'm saying, does he impact the play of Smart and Bradley?
No. Listen, the thing with David Lee is that he's getting old. I mean, he won his title last year, so I don't see him coming out as a gun blazer. I see this as a guy who gets paid this year and kind of probably takes a step back.
Role player, right? Just a role player.
He's not getting any younger. I love David Lee. Especially living here in Jersey, I watch a lot of Knicks games. I mean, there's not a guy that I've seen play day in, day out.
On Lee back in the day, boy.
There's not a guy that I have seen lately or at any point in my life watching basketball that put his balls out on the court more often than not. And, David, and listen, hey, yes, I'm giving props to the white man playing in the black man's game. I will do that for David Lee. But, I think the prime of his career is well beyond its reach. And, you got guys in Boston now that, they're trying to make a name for themselves. I know at the center position we got Olenek. We got some Zeller in the mix. Amir Johnson just came to Boston. He's looking for some minutes. So that's the thing. That's the thing about basketball too, is that your spot is never safe.
Right.
A roster will carry 12 healthy people at a time. You're not afforded a chance to take a breather. You got to get in the mix. And I just. With David Lee winning that title last year, I just he deserves to slouch a little bit, but I think that will be his detriment in Boston.
Tremendous letdown there for Lee, you think? You think the
Absolutely. Trade bait for Boston too.
Trade bait.
To go with what you said, Al, about Isaiah Thomas not starting and Marcus Smart starting. Marcus Smart's 4,700 on DraftKings. Isaiah Thomas is 6,500 coming off the bench. But, I mean, Isaiah Thomas, he's instant offense also. He averages 20 points coming off the bench, so that's tough to do. One guy I like on the other side of the ball at that same position at 4,200 on DraftKings is Isaiah Canaan starting at point for the 76ers. With Tony Murder, she wrote out. He's going to be the starter. So.
Very nice. Yes, I like that as well.
What do you guys think about Okafor? You think this rookie's going to make an impact or what?
I do, but here's the deal. It's the Sixers, so let's hold our expectations here.
Let's watch
for this team, But it will be very fun to watch him and Noel. I don't want to say dominate. Well, no, I'm not going to say dominate the paint, but just to at least man the paint here for a couple of years. And then Embiid. What are you doing, bro? You got a broken ankle, you're bowling, you're falling down looking like an asshole. And then, to top that off, you're staying at a hotel, and instead of running up a sick liquor tab, you run up a sick Shirley Temple tab? Yeah, I'm done with this guy.
Give me some maraschino cherries, please. Come on.
I'm done with him. I'm so done with him.
He rooted for Cristiano Ronaldo when he scored that goal on the U.S. I will never cheer for that MF.
That sucked big time. I was out at a bar in the city watching that game, and we were pouring beer all over each other, we're gonna win, and no, we
Don't
tied.
get me started on soccer. I'm an avid soccer fan, man.
Oh, I know that, Wag. That's why I brought it up.
Well, good for you, Sweet. Good for you. All right.
You, Embiid.
All right. So, basically from that game, a little bit of Boston, a little bit of Philly. Get in the mix. Sweet, I want to talk about this game because you brought it up before we even had the show today. Charlotte at Miami. We have Miami, 6.5-point favorites here with the 193 over-under. Now, both of these teams are probably two of the slowest-paced teams in the league, if not these two slowest-paced teams in the league. So, Sweet asked the question earlier, does pace matter? I think it does.
Great question.
And I think it
Especially
does
for
matter.
beginners. For beginners that are like, hey, I've been winning money on NFL, NBA's coming. Maybe I want to try that. Maybe explain pace a little bit.
Yeah. So, all right. So in football, let's try to make a football parallel. You know,
barn burner.
The Eagles, you know, they're incredibly high paced, but they're sloppy as hell. You know, we look at who would that be in the NBA? I guess the Knicks.
Great comparison, man. Great parallel.
I know Knicks fans and Eagles fans are like, what? You're gonna compare me to the Knicks? What? You're gonna compare me to the Eagles? What is wrong with you? But no, here with Charlotte and Miami, these are two very slow-paced teams. So what that means is we're gonna get less shots, less rebounds, less assists, less steals, less of everything. However, the one play that Sweet liked was Batum here from the Hornets, new addition. I think a play like that could work because he does a lot of different things. I feel like a guy like Al Jefferson, a guy like Dwayne Wade, Dragic, guys like that, they might be the ones to suffer from this. But Batum, who can do everything, that could work. However, in this game right here, he's going against Luol Deng. Not the best offensive matchup for Batum, but, you know, we can see some things.
I'd like to see how Bosh is going to play. You know, he had that scare with the blood clots and whatnot. I'd like to see if it's past him, if he's healthy. You mentioned, Sweet, that Miami can be a surprise team. They could be like maybe the third team to make an impact in the Eastern Conference. They're old. Well, they have veteran leadership. I'd like to see him. I'd like to see if they can sustain it. I don't think Wade can. I don't think Wade can go the distance, so to be. I'd love to see what Amari Stoudemire can do. This is going to be a crazy time for Miami if all these veterans can come out and actually play.
I dig it.
Yeah, and I mean, Walsh was having his best season last year before he got hurt.
Right.
He really took over that team. You know.
Oh man, yeah. Well,
hey, I just want to say, by the way,
put you to sleep.
What's up?
Do you think this game's going to put you to sleep with how slow it is?
No, because I have a nice prediction in this one. I got Charlotte winning outright.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. I like Charlotte's roster this year. I really do. Kemba Walker.
So you like Batum, then? You're a Batum fan?
I'm a Charlotte fan this year. I think they're definitely, they are a playoff team this year. Their roster is pretty damn talented. Now, I know that they lost Michael Gilchrist this year. However, Kemba Walker, an elite point guard. We got Jeremy Lin at the 2. We don't need Jeremy Lin to be a tremendous defender. We got guys down low that can do that. You know, they're at the 3. Batum, probably one of the best defenders in the NBA. You know, Al Jefferson there at the center. You know, there's a couple other pieces there in the mix for Charlotte. But now, if Charlotte was in the West, no, they're not a playoff team, but they're in the East. So, yeah, sure, they could be a 7, 8. You know, if they play to their potential.
They're a 14 in the West.
What's up?
They're a 14 in the West.
I think you're slighting them a little. They'd be a 12. All right, man, chill the fuck out with that.
I think they'd be a 20, even though there's no 20 teams in the league.
Yeah, but no, Charlotte's got some good talent. You know, we'll see that before the year closes out. But yeah, I actually like them to win outright against Miami. Miami's old. They're slow. Sweet, you're nuts thinking that they're going to go anywhere near the Eastern Conference playoffs this year. So
if they stay healthy, man, I see them making a run.
Hey, by the way, I know Atlanta doesn't play tomorrow night, but Dennis Schrader looks unbelievable tonight.
Schrader, yeah, I got him in.
Unbelievable. Like, he looks way better than Teague. So, you know, make sure we take a look at that.
I really want to change my costume to David Blatt. I just want to be David Blatt for the rest of the year.
Hey, by the way, if you didn't get the NBA League Pass, make sure you do so because this shit is amazing. I'm just hitting one button.
Do you think Schroeder watches Sprockets? Now is the time when we dance?
If he doesn't, well, then damn well he should. Shit. All right.
Yeah.
Other games. All right, now we got Indiana at Toronto. I'm not interested in that. Toronto's they're gonna bang their head over the park bench. Chicago.
I want to see Carroll. I'd like to see DeMar Carroll go off, man. I'd like to see it.
All right. Now here's
Lowry's poised to have a 30 points a night. Lowry's going to be a good pickup.
Here's one play here that we got to take. Me being me, BB. The Brooklyn Nets advisor here. You got to go with Shane Larkin tomorrow on FanDuel, not on DraftKings because you got so many guys there at a minimum price right there. But Shane Larkin at your minimum price there of $4,500 as a point guard, going up against a Chicago Bulls team that is playing right now against the Cleveland Cavaliers. We got to take a look at this guy because Jared Jack, he's out for this one. Listen, Shane Larkin, he absolutely sucked during the preseason. I watched so many games, and he was absolutely terrible. But he's going to get 35, damn near 40 minutes in this game.
Yeah.
And even if he turns the ball over 10 times, he's still going to get enough rebounds, points, anything to make up for this price point. So I like this a lot. And especially a team that's on the back end of a back-to-back that has to travel. I dig it.
You're a big traveler. You're big on that traveling thing.
Big on the travel.
Well, you got to think about it.
They're going to be distracted.
All right. Since you bring that up, let's talk about it. Wagner, let's say you're playing a game in Chicago tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, you have to get on a plane at probably, 11, maybe midnight Eastern. You travel to Brooklyn. You probably get in at 2 a.m. in the morning. By the time you get to sleep, I don't know.
You're at the hotel. Yeah, you're back
at Derek Jeter's Club.
3 a.m.,
3 a.m., 4 a.m., whatever.
You hit a Club 40 or whatever. You hit a JV Club.
Gotta wake up, and then you have to play the Brooklyn Nets. Like, you're probably like, what the hell, man? Can I just get the off day, please?
No shit. Yeah, you. That's a great point. And everybody's in a bad mood or just in a funk when they travel. I know I am. It takes me at least a day just to adjust or, to acclimatize myself anywhere I go.
Show.
It actually takes 10 days to acclimatize yourself, but, leave physics out of this. Or physiology out of it, rather. Biology, physiology, it's all analogy thing. But, yeah, you make a great point, especially coming west to east. You know what I mean? You're losing sleep. Like they're going to be getting in at 4 in the morning, so they're going to have a walkthrough around noon, maybe 1. Get out of that. I don't know. I don't have Chicago's routine nor their agenda, but I'm just assuming what I would be going through if I was in an NBA team. You'd probably have walkthrough or shoot around noon or 1 based off of getting in from the flight late night. Or early morning, rather. I don't see this playing well for Chicago. I see Chicago coming off of the off night, especially going off against a tough Cleveland team.
Well, exactly, and that's a great point, too. Let's break it down, because not many people do. And, all right, so you're Chicago. You're taking on the defending Eastern Conference champions. You probably have a bloodbath. It's a very close game here going into the fourth quarter.
Also, you got to – all right, it's the first game of the regular season, all right? Yeah, right. I know they've been playing preseason, so they should be in shape. But nothing gets you in shape like that actual game. You know what I mean? Like, you're not in form yet. You're not in your form yet. You know what I mean? You've been playing basketball for a little bit in some summer league. I get it. But now opening season is – opening night tonight. There's a lot of energy, a lot of emotions coming out in opening night. We get potential drainage just in energy alone. Let off for the second night in the NBA.
Well, that's the thing. And then now you come to Brooklyn, who's having their opening night. They're all fired up. They're ripping and ready and rocking, ready to roll. And then let's not even forget this point. Chicago has a rookie coach, so this is his first road trip. Who knows how he has to handle shit? I don't know. We're micromanaging here on a $4,500 point guard here on FanDuel, but you know what? I think it's worth it. I really do.
You sold me, man.
You say break it down. I mean, this is what you need to do to understand the true value of a player. I mean, you see all these shows that are on the internet and the TV stuff now.
Oh, he's good.
Scrape the surface.
That we're going to scrape the surface. We're going to talk about some stats and numbers. We're not going to talk about anything else that affects the game at all. No, you have to talk about everything, man. Break it down, dude. Give your listeners what they want to hear.
I hear it. It's like me when I go on like dating websites for the first time. It's like, or it's like Tinder, right? So at least on Plenty of Fish, you see a profile where you have something to look at. You know, like you have something like, oh, you like hockey. Okay, well, I played hockey, you know, blah, blah, blah. But on Tinder, there's really not much to go with. So it's like, hi, you look good.
This is welcome to Hot or Not.
And that doesn't work. I don't know.
All right. Where are we going now? What's the next slate going, or what's the next game going on with this slate?
What we have here is a failure to communicate. Let's talk about San Antonio and Oklahoma City. OKC, 4.5-point favorite. 208 on the total. 80% of the bettors are on San Antonio on this one, and I can't blame them because they kicked the shit out of OKC last year.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to all year long they beat the shit out of Oklahoma City.
But what was the one thing that they didn't have OKC last year?
One of the best scorers of the year in the game.
Indeed.
And now he returns. The prodigal son who left Maryland is back in Oklahoma. He's back. He's ready to shoot the lights out of the gym, so to speak. We know the guy can do it. He's got tremendous range. He's got tremendous rebounding ability. I'd like to see him get a little more aggressive on the defensive end. He's going to need to do it if they want to beat the San Antonio Spurs because Popovich, he coaches his team phenomenally. They're a well-disciplined, fundamental team. They move the ball better than anybody else. They know how to slow the pace down, speed the pace up, and to use it advantageously to win the game.
Now, you used the word advantageously just like Bob Costas used the other night. Were you upset when I told you that he used that word?
No, Costas likes to jock my style all the time. You'll see him rocking an 80s.
The Olympics, Nagano.
What'd you say?
I said the Olympics, Nagano.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? Costas, he's a brilliant man. I mean, obviously I admire his craft. He's great at it. It's just the only thing that turns me off about Costas, even halftime in the closing things is like an Olympic monologue. No one wants to hear about politics and sports.
Thank you, Wags.
Yeah, he's always getting emotional, but that's okay. I mean, listen, when we're talking about national TV games, it's like my ex-girlfriend's father all the time. He'd be like Joe Buck. He'd be like, oh, well, it sounds like he's talking to housewives. Well, guess what? That's why they put him on the main game, right? Because that's why housewives and like people who normally don't watch football, they're watching.
Right. Yeah, it's to entice the and I use the word ignorant here, not in dumb. I use it in the lack of terminology within the sport. He helps break that down a lot.
They're football idiots. That's all.
Right. But
Yeah.
We'll say football challenged.
Let's just say women are football idiots. What? Oh my God!
Not all of them. I know some.
No. It's
especially like a fantasy football chick. She's on Twitter. She knows her stuff pretty good, man.
It was just a goof.
Hey, the NFL really cares about the women for a few more days, Al. So chill out, all right?
What'd you say? The NFL?
Yeah. The NFL really cares about the women for a few more days until
three more days, and then they'll allow
October ends. Yeah, and then don't worry,
people to throw women on top of guns and everything and not get suspended. Yeah,
right.
We'll be back to it.
Well, yeah, for their
pistol whipping your girlfriend in a few days.
Jesus, Greg Hardy, have a field day, kid.
Yeah, hey, Greg. I don't want to get off the NBA here, but it's got to be said. I mean, it's been all over the radio, today and last night. Jerry Jones thinks that Greg Hardy is a leader. He labeled him a leader and said that it was okay to push, pull, beat up, do anything that you have to motivate the team or affiliates of the team. I don't agree with it. I think.
Can I tell you what he did?
I saw what he did.
He got asked the question, and his answer was like, I'm just going to say whatever comes to my mind. And that's what makes Jerry Jones a horrible human being, because that was the first thing that came to his mind. The first thing that came to his mind is say, oh, he's a leader. This works for us in football. At least if you're the owner, you should say, no, he's fucked up. He's an asshole. I don't know what we were thinking signing him. But that's not how Jerry Jones thinks, and that's okay. I mean, hey, oil money, baby.
Yeah, he wants a championship. I get it. He wants a championship.
Jones,
a lot of pressure, Jerry.
Jerry Jones is basically Monty Burns at this point of his life. Telling Smithers to get in the Spruce Moose. Get in.
All right, back to basketball. We got NFL tomorrow night. We got NFL
shit. He said Spruce Moose. That's good. That's good. That's good. Holy shit. All right, that's good. All right, so
I'm loving this show tonight, man.
I do. I love some hoops. I love me some hoops. Now, by the way, this will be a lot more organized, but it's the beginning of NBA season.
We were shit-faced before we got on the air. Joke.
We got NFL. We got college football. We got a ton of shit. NHL going on. So beware.
I don't even know who's on the teams yet. So
basically, all right. So San Antonio, OKC. This is a game that we need to discuss. If I'm taking anybody, it's Russell Westbrook. Now, I know that I said John Wall and Shane Larkin, that would be a nice little combo, but if we're doing a late only, and we definitely can because the NBA, this is how they work it, Wednesdays and Friday nights, we got a full slate, so we could split up 2 halves like NFL with the 1 o'clock and then the 4 o'clock on. If I'm going 8 o'clock on, Russell Westbrook, you are my guy.
You don't think Parker can deal?
No. Parker can't guard an orange parking cone at this point.
I agree. I think Westbrook's the shot. I just don't know if I want to put up that much money for him, man.
I would.
Yeah, what is he on FanDuel, guys?
I know he's the highest.
He's 10-8 on FanDuel.
Yeah, he's 9-9 on DraftKings, and that's like lower than he ever was last year. So
do it.
Be the night to play him.
But for the late slate, isn't he the highest?
Probably.
Oh, yeah. LeBron taking it to the hole. I mean, he's just on fire.
Well, I'm glad you brought up the late slate because I found last year in basketball that the 4 and 5 game slates were much easier to navigate than like the 13 and 14 game.
They are, but isn't that the case in any single sport? I mean,
right. Yeah.
I mean, your opportunity for failure is so much less. Oh, by the way, fuck the Mets. Leadoff hitter Alcides Escobar hits an inside the park home run. So go KC. And JoJo.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe I'm admitting this. I don't even have the World Series on right now.
Don't you dare say you're rooting for them. They're winning. Come on.
I'm watching Cleveland and Chicago on opening night. Brutus is in the house, man.
Hey, I'm sorry, Albert, man. I hate the Royals. I'm rooting for the Mets. I'm sorry.
Nobody asked you, Sweet. Fuck you.
I want to see the Mets do it. Although it's been 30 years since the Royals have done it.
No, both of you, shut your faces now.
Hey, we got screwed by the Royals last year.
Here's why I like the Royals. Here's why I like the Royals, all right?
Why? Because they beat the Orioles last year?
Here's why I like the Mets. The Royals beat the Orioles. That's irrelevant. I like the Mets because at trade deadline they said we're all in.
I'm about to hit the end button on this episode right now.
Listen, man.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Don't tune in.
First they screwed up Wags, and then they said we're all in.
The Mets are the lowest run-producing team to enter the World Series at the deadline.
And then Cespedes came to New York with a suitcase full of steroids and hooked.
I knew it. I knew it was coming.
Some to Murphy. And now,
somebody else explain it. Somebody else. How the hell do they start hitting as soon as he gets there?
I don't know, man.
Al, he's Cuban. He doesn't know you can't take those.
Put the right dynamic person into the lineup, and look what happens. I mean, hell, look at the Royals when Lorenzo Cain started coming out. He's the most dynamic. Look what he's done to him. I mean, now granted they've added Morales and Zobrist, and now they're one hell of a.
Oh, I see what the problem is. The Royals have Volquez on the mound. That's what's up.
Hey, Al, Yoenis is Cuban. He doesn't know he can't take those. I not know what I take, so.
I don't think before we just ransack this show and ruin this segment. I don't think that I don't think that the best baseball team is in the World Series. I think Toronto Blue Jays were the best baseball team.
Yeah, the Orioles didn't get it there this year, but
I was gonna say, the Phillies. It's a shame that they didn't make it this year.
Right. All right, back to NBA.
So the Thunder and Spurs, a great game, and next.
By the way, if you couldn't tell, I will never give the Mets props ever in my entire
I
life.
don't know what gave that away.
Some fucking scumbag spit on my Chase Utley jersey a long time ago at a Mets-Phillies game, and I got my Phillies hat thrown off the upper deck by a Mets fan, so I will never.
We're going to make a Seinfeld episode out of that.
But,
that makes sense now. That all makes sense.
I've seen some great shit in Philly, too, where Mets fans got lit on fire, so that was cool.
They're gonna make a Seinfeld episode out of that. All right.
He was the second spitter.
The second spitter. What a great episode, man! I love how you guys know my I love how you know where I'm going with all my holes from.
Hey, by the way, can I get some props for calling Detroit over Atlanta outright tonight?
You did.
Props.
You did.
Can I
don't
get
have
that,
game
please?
one, but
You
is
know
it
what?
over?
I should just take the information that I have now in the fantasy game and just move to Vegas. Actually, we should all move to Vegas.
Let's do it. We should. I don't know
Can't
what.
play over there though.
Don't threaten me with a good. Oh yeah, you can.
No, we don't need to play. We'll bet on games.
You know what?
Straight up.
Talk about DFS downers, dude.
Well, hold on. I feel.
There's this Swaratari, Derek Swaratari. He's a big advocate, DFS investor. I was just reading over the week that, man, he basically gave up everything that he knew.
Just moved out there.
To move to Vegas to start his DFS company and his career, and now he's sweating bullets, man. Hoping that he has a chance to play, has a chance to start up a business, man, in Vegas. Vegas might be rolling it out, man. That goddamn Harry Reid.
I have read some pretty downright saddening articles about guys that have made this their career and now they have no idea what to do. The Washington Post did an unbelievable piece about a kid who was at Temple. He was addicted to drugs and then he just stopped. He stopped doing drugs. He was like, oh well, this is my new fix.
This is my fix, yeah.
And it was a DFS. So. The most amazing part about it, too, is that his girlfriend was a part of the article. And his girlfriend was like, I know the end is near, blah, blah, but, she has a new couch, a new TV, a new everything, she's just balling in fucking dough. And, it is interesting. I don't think the end is near. I don't either. I think
there'll be regulations on it.
I think we can all still play, but the days of people winning millions, that is done.
For sure. There's going to be percentages paid out. Somebody brought it up yesterday or whatever. You're going to start seeing it more like horse races and stuff. There'll be projected percentages. Preakness!
Charlestown, baby.
Charlestown. Go to the track.
Hey, by the way, since you guys are from Maryland, have you ever done that porta potty run?
No.
Hell no.
No, man.
I would definitely do that if I were there.
Oh, man. Oh, Jesus Christ, Al, I cannot wait.
So about this San Antonio Thunder game.
Yes, we need to get back to it.
Okay. So, yeah, all right. San Antonio, Oklahoma. It's going to Oklahoma City. LaMarcus Aldridge, we're going to see the debut of this guy in Popovich's offense. I can't wait to see it. I'm excited. I think Danny Green's going to be lighting up from the perimeter, too. I can't wait to see this Westbrook matchup now that we've talked about it a little bit. Parker versus Westbrook. I don't think Parker can check Westbrook. I can't wait to see this dude come back, drain a couple of threes, maybe drop 40 on the Spurs, and then come back at the end of the game sitting next to Durant and his Coke rim bottle glasses. I can't wait to see it, man. With no lenses in them, by the way.
Well, here's the deal. The one thing that I like going for Oklahoma is that they missed the playoffs last year. So this is a team that is just pissed beyond belief. I think they're gonna San Antonio put it on OKC every single game they played last year.
Because of that. And with that logic, would you say that it's now or never?
It's the final countdown.
Oh, that's a great one. I was going with Presley, but you rocked Europe. So I was thinking, is it now or never for the Oklahoma?
Absolutely. With Durant on the outs, absolutely.
Yep.
It's a title or never.
That's what I said in the preview. That's what I said earlier.
And here, if they don't make a serious run, then then Durant is gone without a doubt.
Gotta leave. He's gone. Yeah.
Without a doubt. But yeah, the fact that San Antonio just kicked their ass up and down the court every single game last year. I love Westbrook to come out just like doing PS4 type shit in this game, like just come out flying and just doing all sorts of acrobatics. Like I like him a lot more than I like Durant in this game. Durant on FanDuel, he's 10-3. So with
you got a tougher matchup too.
Exactly. And with Westbrook at 10-8, it's not that far of a stretch up there, but I like Westbrook in a late slate only. I love Wall. That's my favorite on the whole slate. You got to have him, but late slate only, Westbrook got to have him.
Westbrook in the late play is a steal, right?
Absolutely. That's play of the day right there. Or play of the night if you want to get crazy.
All right, I think we beat the dead horse quite a bit.
We did. We got two more games in the 8 o'clock before we get to the late slate. But real quick, Milwaukee against New York. Milwaukee, this is fucked up too. If you're a Vegas bettor, go all the way in on Milwaukee. 6.5-point favorite here against the Knicks. They're gonna trash the Knicks, just all up and down the court. I know no Greek freak for Milwaukee, but Milwaukee has MCW. They got Greg Monroe coming in. They got what the hell's the other guy? Middleton. They got I always forget his name. He signed his contract this year. Now Middleton, by the way, 6,100.
Don't leave Monroe out, dude.
100. I know, but hold on. Middleton first. 6,100 at the small forward position. That is the lock of the century right there. Get him in there. You need to have him there. That's not even a late slate only. That's all day. All day. Make sure you have Middleton at 6,100. No Greek freak means a lot more work for Middleton.
Well, we know, I mean, clearly, because we know Carmelo can't play defense, but...
What? Wait, what?
Carmelo can't... Carmelo's all offense, dude. Come on.
But I thought he got paid a gajillion dollars a year for... oh, no, so it's just for post-ups and shit.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
I got you.
I mean, the guy, another Maryland basketball star, Carmelo Anthony, he's just nothing but offense. That's all he is. Just whatever.
Yeah.
Stop snitching too.
I don't think Anthony's
Warner
gonna.
brother.
Stop snitching.
What's up?
Stop snitching.
Yeah, stop snitching, man.
Warner brother.
But yeah, I don't think Chris Middleton's gonna have a tough time with Carmelo Anthony.
Hell no. And last night.
Al, what do you think about Kristaps Porzingis?
Oh my God. Not yet. Hold on.
Kristaps.
Okay, we'll wait.
I just want to say one thing because we were talking about Jimmy Butler last night in the article, and I said he's had a real rough preseason. He's gone 30. These are exact stats. He's gone 30 of 90 from the field and 2 of 15 from 3-point range. And I said that looks like a Carmelo box score, and that is no slight whatsoever. That's how Carmelo rolls. Yeah, I'm sure it's a good fantasy play.
I love that fucking Blazer, man. I love the Blazers, man. The Blazers. Not the Trailblazers, our Blazers.
Little something I just pulled out of the pocket and shit. But yeah, Porzingis is not ready yet. He's not ready. Wait until this team totally goes in the crapper where Melo's gone. Because, listen, if Melo's taking 45 shots a game, then that means nobody else is taking shots. So.
Didn't you like Greg Monroe against Porzingis?
Melo's going to take his 45 jumper. Melo's going to get his looks. He's going to take his jumper.
God. I like every single person that's putting the Milwaukee Bucks uniform on tomorrow against the Knicks. Monroe at $8,000 on FanDuel. MCW at 6,800. Middleton at 6,100. I say stack these $3 and just watch your money rise to the top. I mean, no, the Knicks are the worst team in the NBA. Let these underpriced Wisconsin-bred basketball folks, let them just take your money and rise it to the top like Leonardo DiCaprio in Wolf of Wall Street. Before the drugs.
I'm 100%. I'm 100% positive that you don't like me, but I'm 90% positive that you don't like me, but I'm 100% positive that I don't fucking care. Best line of the movie.
Oh, that's good. That is good.
I don't even know if I got it right, but it's one of them.
It's getting pretty chippy here in Chicago. I like it.
Yeah, it's getting nasty here, man. Getting distracted here. Butler driving the God, I'm glad he's in my lineup.
Hey, by the way, Kent Bazemore. I said fade him all night, right?
Right.
Yeah. 5.9 FanDuel points.
Oh, let's hope our colleague Nicky Rodriguez with Go Draft did not play that.
Oh, that's painful. That's so painful.
I know he was
But,
that guy.
you know, a couple other players, like Al Horford, 24.2 on FanDuel, not great. Reggie Jackson, right at 30 points. LeBron at 41. I mean,
no, they should be dropping like 50, man. For the price you spent on that.
yeah, it's opening night.
We'll see. I still got some late night bats, as you like to say.
Well, yeah, I mean, dude, I put a lot of lineups in tonight, so you know, hopefully we got that rocking and rolling.
I can't wait to see this movie coming out. Creed. What about Creed? Not the band Creed. Scott Strapp's day was gone a long time ago. I'm talking about Apollo Creed's son.
I was gonna say Creed is good enough to have a movie.
No, a rock opera, a docu rock opera, or whatever they call it.
Shit.
I mean, it's the new Rocky. It's a spinoff. It's called Creed. It's about Apollo's son. It looks pretty cool. Can't wait to see it.
I dig it. All right, in the late slate, we got a couple here. Now, Denver, Houston, that's a good one. Let's just brush on it briefly. Anybody in this game is a good play. 212.5 is the over-under. James Harden is absolutely one of my favorite plays on the night. Much like how I liked Russell Westbrook for the late slate, I like James Harden for the entire slate. You got to have Harden.
Yeah, I mean, I like Ariza, man. Trevor Ariza, he was great last year in the playoffs. I mean, the guy is always dropping, getting you 25 to 30 points in your DFS contest. I think he does the same again. I think he's a tremendous asset to Harden. I think Harden makes him better. I can't wait. We mentioned that we think Howard is going to be going tomorrow night. I don't know about that. I think Ariza with the addition, with the additions of Lawson. If Lawson goes tomorrow, I think this is going to be a dynamite drop for Houston. This is your Western Conference pick. Let's see if they can allow it to come to fruition, as you like to say, and beat the shit out of Denver.
This team is unbelievable, but obviously there's so much talent to go around. But Harden, he's the one constant that I think that we can always say, hey, he'll always be there. There's a lot of other pieces around, and during the season we can exploit those matchups that we'll probably go to. But Harden, game one, I like him to just absolutely dominate this one.
I see a lot of Josh Smith too.
Yeah, I don't even know who's gonna guard him on Denver. I'm just looking at the roster. I'm just looking at the roster. Will Barton, congratulations, you got him.
Are they gonna put Harris up on him? I don't think it's gonna happen, dude.
Randy Foy, Gary Harris.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Congratulations, Denver, for getting the potential MVP. But
James Harden's gonna drop 50 tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be awful. On the other side, though, Gallinari, he's basically all that Denver has. Fareed, yeah, he's in the mix there at 6,800, but in a high-scoring affair like this, I gotta love Gallinari. He's probably gonna be chucking up threes like a motherfucker.
On the other side, man.
Al, I gotta play.
Oh, do you?
What about the rookie Emmanuel Mudiay, however you say it?
He's good. He's good. He can get himself in the mix.
5,700 on DraftKings. He's going to start from day one. I kind of like that. I kind of like, it'll be fun to watch unless he gets like 10 points.
And that actually is a great play because you know what? Ty Lawson, he's allergic to defense.
Right.
Mudiay can just do whatever the hell he wants, and especially in an over-under like this. Now, if we're doing a whole slate like this, how about a Shane Larkin, a Moutier
There you go.
combination, right?
Man, that is sexy.
That's sneaky.
That's sexy. That's what the other shows, they say sexy a lot.
Now, again, I am not happy about Shane Larkin. It's just, that's the opportunity. And listen, this is what fantasy basketball is all about. It's all about the opportunity. But, my God, Shane Larkin at minimum price, starting at point guard, getting possibly 40 minutes. Let's take a shot. Let's take a shot.
I'll do it. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Every time you say Larkin, I just think of Con Air. I don't know if you guys remember this line.
I know where you're going. Yeah.
He says, "I trust two people, Officer Larkin. One of them's me, and the other one ain't you."
Nicolas Cage is one of the worst actors with accent.
That's freaking. And he's like, he thought of that accent too. He's like, "Hey, I got a really good Cajun accent."
Yeah.
All right.
It was terrible, Nick. Sorry.
Hey, you know what? He tried.
He tried. And you know what, Al? I also tried to make French bread when I was in 7th grade, and that didn't work out. I'm just saying.
Hey, I also like Terrence Jones at power forward.
What? What'd you say, brother?
No, go ahead. Let's get back to the nonsense. What did you say?
I said I do not belong. I do not know my way around the kitchen, for sure. I try to be like some badass grill master, and I always burn the bird. I burn everything. I suck. I can't cook to save my life, man. I'm good at a lot of things. All right, I'm modest, but I'm good at a lot of things.
Very modest, yeah. Very modest.
Very modest. But cooking is just not one.
Chicken parm, you taste so good.
I'm good enough. I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
Everybody like, hey, Chester, I think you're an idiot.
Oh, this is the greatest show we've had all year.
We're going all over the place tonight. I love it. I was
trying to steer the bus back and say I like Terrence Jones in this game for the Rockets.
Terrence Jones? Yeah, give us a reason why here.
Because he's 6,200 on DraftKings. I believe my boy Mati Junis may not be playing. So
Mati Junis is dead.
Oh, well, there you go.
He's dead?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I like those minutes that Jones is getting in.
Here we go. He remains without a timetable to playing games.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's why I like T. Jones in this one. He's going to see a lot of minutes.
And here we
this
go.
has the highest over-under of the night.
And Terrence Jones would be the unquestioned starter at power forward if Mati Junis misses time.
Right on. There to have it. Well, while this guy's climbing out of his casket, it looks like Jones is just going to be the sole provider there at the power forward slate.
All right, so we can take a look at the rest of the slate. If anybody has a play here in the 10 o'clock games. Now, the 10 o'clock games are a slate on their own as well. These are 4 games.
I do have. Go ahead.
Yes. So this is actually a great slate to, play 4 games against each other. So if we're taking a look at a top play here, Damian Lillard, my man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 10 o'clock game.
I'm spending a lot of money on the 10 o'clock slate.
Hey, let's talk about some travel. Let's talk about the travel, my friend.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we can leave travel even out of this, man. I don't even think travel's going to be featuring. Drew Holiday, what, he's been restricted to 10, 15 minutes. Now they're saying, he might be extended to 20. Ooh, big deal. It's not going to happen. It's not going to make that much of a difference in day 2 of the NBA.
Nasty Nate, 3,000.
What's that?
Got Nasty Nate at 3,000.
Nasty Nate at 3,000. Yeah, anyways, I just don't see Holiday staying in the game to check Lillard. I don't see with Evans out. Who's the other guy coming in? Gordon. Gordon. Is Gordon a play here? Yeah, Eric Gordon. I don't see Eric Gordon. He's not gonna guard Lillard. Gordon will go somewhere else. He'll be on somebody else. Probably McCollum.
It's going to be Nate Washington, I believe, or Nate Robinson. Sorry.
Robinson, yeah.
Imagine Nate Washington came in and was like, "Yo, I got you, kid."
I mean, after what he did last week,
Lillard, I think Lillard is just going to run circles around the point guards, or around all the guards actually, for around the backcourt for the Pelicans. The only thing that I see anybody of the Pelicans doing is the uni, which Chris Sweet brought up earlier. Yeah. The unibrow, the one brow.
The unibrow, yeah.
I said uni, so.
Let's talk about C.J. McCollum, though, because this is a guy that I like from Portland, 5,200 on FanDuel. He had a nice little role for the Blazers on the stretch run last year. But yes, Lillard will be amazing, especially after the Pelicans have to face off against the Warriors tonight. They're basically going to be chasing ghosts around the court all night long.
All night long. They're going to be tired.
It's going to be bad, and then they got to go to Portland the next night and try to do this. I love Lillard. Lillard could be an amazing player, probably even better than
cool, dude. He's so sick. He's just nasty.
Lillard is actually 400 less than John Wall, but again, I can't back off that matchup with John Wall against a hamstrung, injury-prone Elfrid Payton.
Do you think Lillard's gonna, have added pressure to make the offense actually go through him without the presence of
Absolutely. I think he's gonna see point numbers go way through the roof.
Absolutely.
Is he gonna pass more? No, hell no. I think Lillard's gonna try to take more shit to the hole. It could be a mess at times, but in terms of the fantasy game, get your share of Lillard right now while he's at this price, because he's going to be going to the hole more. He's going to be going for it more, and later on we could probably see him more at a much higher price. But I'd like to take my chance at him now at $9,000 before.
What's Love got tonight? What's his numbers?
What's Love got to do with it?
What's love got to do? I'm actually making a profit tonight. I like that.
Heart is in motion.
He's not one of the top scorers, but I'll tell you who is.
Got this 80 gear going. I can't get it out of me, dude.
Oh, look at Horford finally getting values worth. Jeez Christ,
there it is.
Man.
Thank God.
Jesus. Kevin Love, 28.6.
All right. That's you paid a lot more for that muffler.
It's all fucking Bazemore's fault. I did not want him. And look at KCP, 27.3.
Motherfucker. Butler just drilling it.
He did.
Right.
Do we have any more games on the slate? I
like one more. I like Minnesota and LA.
I like that too.
I think Andrew Wiggins is just
my man.
I like Wiggins.
My man.
Can't wait to see Towns either, man. I think Garnett and Towns. Garnett is just going to provide the veteran mentorship that Karl Anthony Towns needs. You've seen, the tremendous shooting ability with this kid. He's got tremendous footwork, awesome hands. Coaching from Garnett, it's only going to get him better. He's got some talent around him too. He's got Ricky Rubio dishing the ball. Wiggins coming off with slashing, man. Minnesota's going to be a pretty exciting team again.
Love just hit a 3, maybe a 2-point game. No, not even. No.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm glad that my analysis was so good that Love can steal the show.
No, I heard it.
Right on. Well, what do you think about it? You think Rubio? You think Minnesota's going to be any worth a shit?
I love Rubio. I do. Karl Anthony Towns, no. In his rookie year, listen, it's not that it's him. It's just that he's a rookie. I don't place much stock in rookies in the NBA because if you look at it, you're basically putting kids into a grown man's league.
For sure.
That's the only fault that I have on him. But he will get it together eventually, and I'm
not saying for this matchup. I'm saying exactly. I'm saying for the duration of the year. I think watching Minnesota with all of its young talent, guided with the right veteran key personnel, is going to be fun to watch.
If they were in the East, they'd be in the playoffs for
Absolutely,
sure.
No doubt.
But the fact that they're in the West, they're going to have to struggle. They're going to have to go through their growing pains, and that's okay. That could be a great thing for a team. Michael Jordan's Bulls got their ass whooped by the Pistons for years, and look what they turned into. So it's not the worst thing in the world.
Right.
That team is uber talented. Rubio, Wiggins, Karl Anthony Towns.
I like Martin. I like Martin coming off the bench.
He's so old.
Martin, you think Martin?
By the way, fantasy owners, if Kevin Martin is guarding the shooting guard position, make sure you take that guy. So Kobe tomorrow night is totally an elite play.
Kobe Bryant?
Well, yeah, yes, that Kobe Bryant. Let's get
Kobe
a price
Bryant?
on him. Let's get a price on him because
Kobe Bryant versus Tayshaun?
8,200 on FanDuel. I might take a shot because Martin sucks on defense. He might be one of the worst defenders in the league.
Well, I mean, I don't think Martin's gonna. I think Prince will probably get the draw on him. Maybe probably even see Wiggins on Kobe for the most part.
Kobe's 6,400 on DraftKings.
Well, here's the thing with the NBA too.
That's
like
low.
I feel like there's so much switching on every possession that you really don't even guard the guy that you're guarding. I don't know. What do you think?
I agree. It depends, especially if you can. With the it depends on what type of offense they're running too. I mean, you see a lot of you see some zone going on, you see some man going on defense as well. If you get some centers, some big guys that actually know how to rotate inside the paint, create some friction, it's going to make some bad matchups. You see all the time handoffs that the LA Clippers do. They like to do that handoff and screen, get big guys get big guys guarding small guys. They do that a lot. It's called pace. We mentioned that a little bit earlier in the show. I think that comes into effect here as well.
Indeed. All right. Is that it for the NBA?
I think that is it for the NBA.
We have a
We got the Splash Brothers getting ready to come on TV. I can't wait.
I cannot wait for that. We got a little bit of late night slate. I like that. Now, 2-point game here in Chicago. Now, Cleveland should
We're
cover.
We're going to stay on the air for the rest of this game. We're going to stay on the air.
That's it. Game over.
Game over.
Cleveland covers, though. Cleveland covers.
They cover the spread. Chicago wins it in Chicago. POTUS in the house.
And Jimmy Butler gets
a couple of hours from his speech.
And Jimmy Butler gets his 2 points for the steal. So, yeah. All good.
That's it right there. FanDuel. Here we go. DK. Here we go.
All right, people. We will be a lot more organized for the next show. This all kind of sprung up upon us, but that's okay.
We will never.
We did it at 12 o'clock noon. We made a decision we were going on the air.
Yeah.
We will never be this well dressed again, though.
Very true. Very true. Look at me.
Can we rock this tomorrow night for the NFL?
We could. Damn, we could.
I don't think so.
I gotta go to dry cleaners. That's the case.
This is a once in a while type of I don't even know where I found this.
This is a tip-off night. We had to dress up. We were bringing our baby, the NBA, back.
Excitement, little.
I mean, Wags had his glasses on. It was all good.
Magic in the air. You know what I'm saying?
Wags was trying to get a Miami Vice back on the air.
But yes,
Miami Vice, number one new show. Number one.
Miami Vice.
Number one new show.
Hey, where's the beef? Miami Vice, number one show.
My friends, where's the beef?
My friend.
Hey,
I go nowhere near.
We need to get off the air because I have to pee real bad. The Gatorade bottle is under me.
Guys, tomorrow night, can you guys outdo yourselves again like you did tonight? I don't know. You can find me at thewagnerwire.com for the internet, that big old WW World Wide Web type of deal. And you can find me on Twitter at thewagnerwire. It's pretty easy. Al Walsh, where can we find you at?
Right here, where it says it, right under my name, right here.
Let me look at it.
Wait, right there.
FS.
Right there.
Right, like
right there.
Hear the words. Senior fantasy analyst Chris Sweet at the Wagner Wire. Where can we see you at, Sweet Fantasy?
You can check me out at the Chris Sweet on Twitter and at thewagnerwire.com.
With that daily values pick, baby.
I'm almost done with it. All I can say is, if you read it last week, you can thank me later because I know you want some money.
I know you want some money, man.
We love you, Drake. We love you, Drake.
Over alwashdfs.com. It launched this past week and over the weekend as well. He's already dropped the hot article for the NBA. I hope you read it. I read it. So get in business. He's at what you had over like 100 hits in the first 3 hours.
Yeah, we had a crazy day. Now I kind of cheated. And ran a campaign on Twitter, but the people liked it. I mean, they had to click on it themselves, so it wasn't my fault.
Yeah,
it wasn't my fault.
We made your campaign out here like E40.
Dude, that's being resourceful.
Yeah, I agree. All right, can we stop so I can go pee?
Yeah, okay, we're out of here. We love y'all. We love you.
We'll see you tomorrow for the football show.
Peace.
Later.